one. There we go. I need a drink too. How's it go?
Working for the weekend, and I want to see a
Show.
on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a window there into the music.
Hi, Jeb.
Showing lots of love.
Lots of love
For the community with great
advice. Oh, why were you grounded, Carla? What happened to your profile pic? What are you doing? Carla, we missed you. Do you have any of the Wonders?
What are you screaming about? I can't hear you. I had Bobo in my lap.
Carla's back.
Oh, Carla's back. She's on the YouTube channel.
I'm wondering if she got banned from the Facebook or something.
I don't know. She was on yesterday.
Oh,
Carla was on. Yeah, but I don't know if she was on Facebook or YouTube. I can't remember.
Hi, Dirk. It was nice to meet you.
Yes. How you doing, Ceris?
I'm pretty darn good. It's a good day today.
It's a great day to be alive. Today it is.
Thanks,
That's what I
Carla.
gotta say. Let's see. Jeff Vance says it's go time.
Let's go.
Yes. Glenn says hello to both of us. Hi, Glenn.
Hi, Glenn.
Thank you for being with us today, Glenn.
Hi, Kevin. I was just texting with you. Hi,
Yeah.
Edward. Hi, Melody. Hi, Megan
John.
Miller.
John
Hey, Megan,
Esper.
Don't forget, Megan, at the end of the show, you promised to tell everybody why you and Steve got divorced.
Lord have mercy. Leave her alone.
No way. I just love her because we're similar, and I want to pick on her.
Yes, she is a great soul. I
love her.
Megan
She
Miller.
knows I'm teasing her.
Yes.
Hi, Erica. You my girl. You my boo-boo.
It's funny you said that though, because Megan and I were talking about that earlier. It's kind of hilarious. Dirk Turner. Hey, who else we got in here? Ed Sawicki, Wiki.
On both Scott
Yes.
grounded me and put me in the corner for being late. I like that.
I did. She got a demerit yesterday and got grounded, and that's Carla in the corner, as we said. Leah Mendenhall from Sugar Rock has joined the party. How are you, Sugar?
Hi,
She's the
Tina. Hi,
sugar
Chad.
in
Oh,
Sugar
Chad.
Rock.
Oh, Chad.
Chad Applehead.
Daisy, I'm working.
Daisy doesn't care.
She's finally home.
Yeah.
She was with her dad for a week.
Yeah. Well, good to have Daisy back.
I know. My heart.
Yes. Good to have Daisy back. And Megan says, tell everyone to pay up. I like that. Bob Klein in the house.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah. It's good to have you with us, Bob. Thank you,
Always.
Bob. And I'll say thank
Dad.
you in advance.
Thanks for helping out on Thursday.
Yeah, Mr. Wheeland is a great sound guy. He really is, and did a nice job. He dialed it in.
Great sound guy. He's a great human. He has a gentle soul. I'm a very big fan of him.
Yeah, he and I need to go out some night and enjoy a nice, relaxed evening.
Happy birthday, Mario! I meant to text you today. I hope you have a wonderful. I'm sorry. I'm very excited. I closed the chapter today, and I just feel good. I feel good.
I need to turn down my ears. Lord, girl.
Hey guys, I'm really sorry. I promise I'll keep my volume at a minimum.
Hi, Karis. How you doing? Great to see you today. Yes, Mario in the house. How are you, Mario? Walking through jungle gyms listening to the show. Well, tell everybody in the jungle that we're there, will you? Yes. What else we got today? Let's see who else is checking in. Carla says YouTube. She said, "Gonna take a minute." Hey, Brad, how are you? Abe's Lincoln in the house. Hey, Brad's using my picture I took of him as his profile pic. I recognize that. Thank you, Brad. I try to take a few good ones, for real.
I love oysters.
Oh, what else we got? Ched says, Daisy, what are you doing? She's just going to keep it up if I keep that up. Yes. You and I and a couple Jamesons. Yes. And the world is, it says weld, but I think the world is what he's saying. So, yeah, it's good to have you all here. Chris Lee, thanks for dropping in too. It's good to have you there. Now Carla's back on the Book of Face.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, Hot Topic Tuesday, episode number 107 today. 107. How about that, Ceris?
Daisy's very excited.
I don't know where Bobo went. Bo left. He left the building. And the other one, for some reason, I've got a gate across to get back here and will not jump the gate, even though she could jump the fence if she wanted to. But for some reason, she knows that's just off limits. So that's a good dog. It is.
Hi, Gina.
Oh, there's Gina McCann. How are you, Gina McCann?
Just the thought of her makes you smile.
You know, I posted on my Instagram a picture of Gina and I from last Thursday's jam, and I love the picture because she just exudes just beauty and happiness and soul, and I just love her. I do.
You just roll her up and just
yes, love her.
Close to me at all times.
Make a sandwich out of her.
The thing is, I'm super awkward in person.
You are a little awkward.
I know.
And you know what I've noticed about you too? You
What?
really don't like people coming up and hugging you.
Oh,
I know you can see it in your face. You're like, quick hug. Yeah.
I'm trying my hardest, but I am the epitome of a don't touch me. And I am just socially awkward, which is why I do, I don't know what, and as I've gotten older, I've become even more socially awkward. And I don't know what it is, because it's not like I'm unable to speak, to people, but lately I am unable to just have little conversations, and I'm just like, hey, what's up? Ooh.
You crack me up. You know that. That's kind of a downer though, because you're huggable. You're huggable. You're one of
and
those
I don't
people.
mean to be mean about it or anything.
Right. It's all
I
about
really
don't stop me. Hi, Jonathan Grooms. Thank you. Johnny DeLuca. Thank you for being here. And
I would hug you,
Matt,
Carla.
Matt. Hi, Matt. Hi, Kara. Erica's here. Erica, what's for dinner? I have to ask that every night.
What are you cooking for dinner tonight? Not that I'm going
What
to
are
have
you
any.
What are you making us tonight, Erica? I'll be over.
Favorite thing. Hugs are my favorite thing.
Yes. Hey, we got to get going. We got to talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. And while you leave the room or wherever you are,
I'm getting Daisy. Oh.
I got something on my glasses here, so I got to take those off. Look how I look without glasses. It's scary.
Oh, wow.
Scary, isn't it?
No, but
It
I've
is.
never seen it. Hi.
You've never seen me without glasses?
No.
I really don't need them to do stuff like this. I just wear them because I can see distance better. So, what was that?
Because Paul Klein said maybe you just initiate finger guns. Yeah, that'll make me look less awkward. Sure.
Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, Erica, that's like my favorite meal.
I'm on my way, Erica. I'm leaving the show right now. I'm leaving.
Guys, I gotta
It's all
go.
yours. All yours, Ceris. Yes, let's talk about this viewer submitted. Actually, I can say this. A venue owner submitted topic today, which is very interesting, Daisy. Take note of this, Daisy, and you may have to police this someday. This venue owner wrote in, and actually didn't write in, ran into me and said, here's a great hot topic. And I thought, it is, and we're going to kind of add to it today. But the hot topic was, what do you do with a customer who is a regular, who you appreciate being a regular? And this person said, I appreciate them being regulars, but they get so comfortable in your venue that they overstep their boundaries a little. Start getting involved in things they shouldn't, stepping into the, trying to help and, let me go get ice and bring it behind the bar and things like that, just where they really don't belong as a customer. And because there's money there, there's all kinds of things, and you want to take away the risk of anybody having their hand in the till, for one, but two, they just get a little big for their pants, was what this person said. And we're going to add to that later. So what do you think? Punch him in the face, Scotty Bratcher. Scotty Bratcher, you crack me up.
Scotty, I have forgotten to call you again. You were right. I suck at it. Well, so personally speaking, I think the whole get the ice thing is on the bartenders, because the bartenders that are working that day that are allowing the regulars to go get the ice and go get everything like that. Like I had to tell one of mine that because she wouldn't do anything. She did zero side work and all the regulars did everything for her. And so I said, new rule, nobody is allowed in the back room anymore or anything. Like you all have to do your own side work because one person ruined it for everything. I don't care. I mean, when I bartended there, I had people go get my ice. I didn't, that didn't bother me. But I think I'm pretty lucky in the sense that our regulars don't overstep the line. I think maybe I've like once or twice, but you know who I do find who crosses the line? People who I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even more interesting.
Like,
say hi, Bo, and then this love here is love, but thanks, Bobo. Right there.
I don't know how many times. I was just saying a number, but I find people like there's people that will literally just reach over, grab scissors, like come around the bar, grab scissors and make their own popcorn. And I'm like, oh, okay, first of all, don't be touching anything, especially scissors, anything sharp. Like, no, don't do that. Like, let's not do that. You know what I mean? But I think the regulars, in my opinion, if a line is crossed, is because the bartender or the person on shift is letting it happen.
Brad says passive aggressive language is always the answer. Thank you, Brad. And yes, interesting. So yeah, and this person described this to me as a real problem for them because this customer who, again, they said spends a lot of money in my bar, comes there all the time, but now thinks they kind of run the place, and even to the point of correcting customers when they do something out of line or things like that, like being security and that power tripping, so to speak. So that's interesting.
I do have that going on a lot. I have a lot of our regulars and friends who definitely, I'll just say security, like look out for the bar, but I don't have a problem with that. As long as they're not being, like they can't be aggressive. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't be aggressive, but I haven't run into that. The people that do that, like, and I have a whole lot of people that do that for me, without me asking. And I have not had an issue with any of them. Now, if one was aggressive, I would have to say, okay, you can't do that. You know what I mean? But I'm thankful. I am thankful for that.
Yeah, Leah, you're right too. They're not on the payroll. They, if something happens,
there's that.
And it's been that way in the bar business for 100 years that patrons that come in want to protect their space. And if somebody starts crap or there's a fight or whatever, they're going to get up and try to stop things. And that's human nature. And they want to protect your bar and they want to protect you and those kind of things. But I've worked in places where the person thinks they are security, and especially when you have live music and like when you have national acts and things like that come through, and people want to get there and act like they're the keeper of the line up front at the front of the stage. And I've seen that at the Blue Note a couple times with some people that are regulars there, and it's interesting.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it. I don't experience that at my place at all. Like to that degree. Usually if there's something going on, I usually handle it myself. If it looks like it's going to get out of hand, then like Mark will always step in, or Randy, or Taz, any of them. Like they all have my back if it looks like somebody's about to because I've had to drag people out of there, not often, but I usually take care of it myself. If it's more than one guy, then I definitely need help. You know what I mean? But which I don't think I've even experienced more than one guy. But
well, don't you think that's a safe bet for you too, for you to handle it because you are the owner of the establishment,
right.
and it takes the liability off somebody saying her employee beat my ass, you know.
And they know that, like, they don't put their hands on anybody, but they'll just be like, hey, it's time to leave. And I try not to, like, I don't put my hands on anybody either. I slowly walk towards the door, you know, without putting my hands on them if there's something wrong, and just, you know, they're slowly walking, and eventually I get them out the door. But there was one guy that was not willing to cooperate, and he was like touching women's butts and just being completely like just awful. And I had to physically take him outside. And
I'm sorry I missed that.
It was a while ago. But my friends just, you know, my people, they let me take care of it. But we're there just in case the guy, you know, started, you know, trying to fight me or something.
Yeah, and that's the extreme. But what I see more is the comfortability of some people that come all the time, that think they can enter spaces they shouldn't be in, their employee only spaces, think they can, like you have, get up on the stage, do things like that, which is not really cool. And that's the next segue here as we move into this. I'm going to talk about them overstepping with bands that are regulars that come and see bands. That happens more than just the bar, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's a topic in itself, but
they definitely, Kevin, we've had people go, and some lady like knocked and like pushed over. That was the one woman who ripped it was a Christmas party, and she ripped my Christmas thing and twisted my nipple.
Sorry. I had to laugh at that one.
That dude would have been like arrested. You know what I mean? But this girl, who I very slowly, not touched her, but walked her out, got aggressive because I wouldn't let her back in. And she was like, I think she knocked down Jim's like microphone or something. And she was just Gina was there. And I had all my friends standing around there. I remember Deb standing there, actually, Deb French. And I got her out, and then she tried to get back in. And I was like, you're not getting back in. And she twisted my nipple and ripped my Christmas thing. And I'm not going to lie, I went for a swing, and everybody kind of just pulled me back.
Nothing wrong with a little Christmas nipple twisting, is there? I mean, come on, it's all in fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. Don't do it. Don't do that. Don't be that.
Don't ever touch me. Don't ever touch anybody in the bar. You know what I mean? That's where we cross the line. Scotty, should we make a comment that she said she doesn't think she's ever had to handle more than one guy?
Scotty knows your mind. He does. All right. What's Bob saying here? I'm late in the comments, but he says some people wanting up on stage with us. And if no, simply will do. We tell them it's an insurance liability thing. They roll their eyes, but it usually works. Yeah. No one should be up on stage with the band. And if you want a picture with the band or whatever, you ask permission on the break, and maybe the band will take you on stage and take a picture with them or whatever. That's fine if they want to do that. But you know, there's a lot of equipment up there too. All you got to do is get your foot hung in something, or step on a pedal board and break something, or any of that on the floor, and it's a problem. And customers get comfortable with that, or they get inebriated and think they're more comfortable with it. That's the other side of it.
That's the other thing. Yeah. We've got these drunk people will act a fool and almost break all of our equipment, yada, 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 and then get online and write us a nasty review. Completely hammered.
Read Kevin's post there. I mean, that's an example of the jam session. He said that people aggressive guests because they're pissed. Yeah. There's Scotty's.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. I got to keep moving here. Allison Chains, how are you? Thank you.
I'll tell you some stories.
Shane DeMoss, the old Yuletide titty twister. Yes, absolutely. What's Johnny got to say here? Told people when I did security at bars, hey, look, you're welcome back tomorrow, but it's time to call it a night tonight. Yes. And most of the time you can handle and de-escalate things that way and just ask them to step outside and be done, and they're okay.
Yeah,
And
they usually are. We don't run
can you
into
tell
many.
our dogs are totally needy today. Look at this.
They are.
I mean, totally needy.
I'm not wasting my Nutter Butters, Shane. Ugh. Absolutely not.
You know, maybe you should carry a pocket full of treats, and then you could just give the person acting up a treat and tell them to leave.
I'll just walk out shaking like a little bottle of Fireball or Jameson and be like, come on, now, come on.
Take home treats.
I'm right.
There we
Okay,
go.
easy.
Kevin Toll said he was there. She was so drunk she pulled the whole piano almost off the stage. Jim about killed her. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. And I see that a lot in a lot of places. People get way too much in the zone on the stage, and especially places that use a corner of the room as a stage and they don't really have a step up. Then it just becomes easy access. You all right over there?
Yeah, she's pulling down my shirt.
Well, maybe she's trying to up ratings today.
Hey guys, I want to see some titties.
You ever think of that? She's probably trying to up our ratings. So
snacks will distract me as well.
How about musicians chiming in? Any stories you might have about people being too comfortable, especially your, I hate the term fan, your loyal, faithful followers who come to a lot of your shows, then getting way too comfortable. I've seen that quite often. Or thinking they kind of own the band and they can tell you what you need to play next and some of those kind of things. I've seen some of that happen as well. So we're talking about invasive people today. And being where they shouldn't be.
A dog, I'm pretty invasive myself.
Yeah. Bobo.
She heard about the nipples.
We're having a moment. What do we got here? And Gina said she did it to Timmy.
Of course you did, Gina. All right, guys. I've had multiple D's. All right. Come on.
Yeah. Timmy squealed probably when she did that, I would bet.
We had a
guy. All right. Hi, Sean Poole.
Off the keyboards one night. I think I remember that. We had a drunk lady grab one of our guitarists on stage and kiss him. Is it the cute one? Was it me? Because he's cute.
At Oktoberfest. All bets are off at Oktoberfest, okay? Because those people have been drinking those high test beers all day long, and it becomes an actual German shit show at Oktoberfest. It does. That is all bets are off at those type of events. You need to have security at those events or something. Had one impersonate a cop to get backstage. He was arrested by a cop. There we go.
All right.
How about that? Good for that. Yeah, I can tell stories all day long about people trying to get backstage with national acts. I mean, it's hilarious. The schemes and the things people come up with, and bring their kid in a wheelchair who's not really in a wheelchair to try to get backstage, things like that. Yeah, it's
that's a no. That's a big no.
Yeah, that's about the epitome of scum. But just to meet somebody.
Keep forgetting to message Nicole about dates. Ugh.
Roger Bates, drunks trying to sing in the mic at the end of a gig with the PA off. Yeah, that's when you know you're drunk, Roger. You do. They're drunk, I should say. Tim Anderson says one of the worst invasive people is, hey, it's my friend's birthday. Ugh. He said doing that during the song. Yeah. Or the better one too is, my son's over here and he's a singer. He needs to come up and do one with you. Mm-hmm. No.
Brandon. No. Wait, who is it? Bronson.
I'm trying to. Bronson.
Next time I go see you guys play, do you mind if I just jump up there and play the tambourine and sing? I'm not a singer, but I'd like to sing a song.
There's a whole thing going on right now, at least in our area, about people who just try to push their way on stage to sing with the band that are in other bands. It's like, do you want people to do that to your band? Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm kidding, Bronson. I like when other band members sing with bands. I do. I think it makes it exciting. It's like mixes it up. It makes it like really community-ish. But don't just invite yourself up. Don't
No.
ever invite yourself up on stage when somebody else is up there. Also, don't set anything up or tune your freaking guitar or bass or whatever it is when somebody else is playing. That's a whole different show. We need to talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll do that on another show because I've seen that happen, even at your place.
Recently.
Yeah, I remember that. And who was it?
Lost my shit.
Who was it? Somebody was singing and they were really good on stage.
Yeah, and then the dude was.
He gets up there with the bass. He's not even looking forward. He's looking at the back wall and he's just noodling.
Yeah, sound, making sure he was good. Was Gina singing?
Might have been. I can't remember. It was somebody though, because we both looked at each other. We were both there. We both looked at each other like, I can't believe this guy's doing this.
I
like oblivious.
I gave a look, and I was like, if that motherfucker doesn't stop right now, I'm about to get something, man. I'm about to do something.
Anybody out there seen the movie Carrie, where she's in the street and she throws that look and the car flips over as it's coming down the street? That's the look Kara shot at this guy. It was like, your head's going to explode in a minute, dude, because she is putting a hex on you.
Yes, it was Gina with Jim.
Who was it? Is Gina?
It was with Gina and Jim. Oh my God, I was so mad.
That is right. Yes, the two of them. And you know, Jim, he looks over his shoulder too, like.
Oh, he wasn't happy, but he handled it. It was me. I said, am I missing something here? Are you this disrespectful? What was it? Was it at the Jam?
I don't know. I can't remember. We were both there, probably the Jam, I would think. What Jim Graham from Ladder has to say here. Mr. Greenlight himself said, I had a drummer keep asking to sit in, was told repeatedly at the end of the night, he threw a beer bottle at the drums and it blew through one of the heads. Yeah, people are assholes. They are, sorry.
You got Megan Miller.
Where are we at? I'm getting there. I'm trying.
You need to start charging for that, Megan.
This is too much damn work. Trying to find all these comments.
You need to start charging for that. That shit ain't free. That's
my God.
What it says, Gina. Oh, and I know who it was. I remember.
Blues Jam for Peter. Yes. And Paul's birthday thingy. That's right. That's what that was. Yes. Peter's birthday. Now I remember who it was too, I think. What
remember who it was too.
Band it was, yes. Are we not allowed to say?
No, we're not going to say. We're not going to say because we're going to be respectful. Because we're better than that.
Marianne said OnlyFans page, Megan Miller. The shoe page, yes.
The shoe page.
Yes. Well, you know, Bronson says this is wild. Yes. And Roger says, yes, we know who it was. All right. I think I do. We'll talk after the show, Curious. But let's keep going on this, though. This topic of people being comfortable in the establishment, especially people that follow bands, and this I'm with the band entitlement.
Yeah.
That goes on in establishments too. And, you know, well, we always get the front of the stage. And, well, sorry, you didn't get here till the band started, so you're not going to get the front row. It's the way it works. You know, well, I'm the second cousin, third time removed or something. You know, that's the way they act, like they're entitled to be something special. Special. Shane DeMoss says the brow page. Yeah, that's right. OnlyFans eyebrows edition. Ed says shoes that rock. He's got a whole collection of those. You could sell those pictures, Ed. You could probably make a ton of money off that. Yes.
Tim, you're a pleasure to work with.
I love Tim Butterfield. He
Yeah.
is so talented.
You know what's nice about Tim and Jeff and a lot. I mean, have I run it? I don't feel like I've run into any negative sound or lighting people in a long time. But they're super easy to work with because if I go to them, hey, we need to change this. This light is blinding people, or the sound isn't good, or this, da 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 da. They're like, yeah, no problem. No problem. I don't want to disturb. Like they're there for the customers, not for their ego.
Right.
And that's a joy to work with. Somebody, who was it? Oh yeah, somebody was saying some nasty things about me. They made a nasty post and yada yada yada, and they were like, and I remember you've said this, or a couple of people have said this to me, be like, oh, a lot of people don't want to play at your place because you nitpick and you are always there and wanting things, what, I don't know, like something like as if that was a bad thing. Like I'm very, nitpicking and whatever, annoying, I guess. And I was like, well, I mean, okay, I don't really care about that, but I think it's anybody that runs a business should nitpick and should be pretty picky and should want things to go well, because you're supposed to be doing it to do that so the customers have a good time, right? Like that's the whole point of it. So it's nice when you get to work with people like Tim and Mark and Jeff and Mongo and all of these people that literally come up and they go, what do you think? Is it good? And whether they're doing that to just avoid me being annoying and coming up to them, I appreciate it either way. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? That's team. That's a team right there. And I like that.
Yeah. And they're pros. That's why. That's the difference. They're pros. And, a few weeks back, I got into a real quagmire, so to speak, about talking about a band on one of my shows and a review I did about the sound. And the sound person was clueless. And sometimes people like that need to be called out a little bit, because don't grab an iPad and run around the room, look like you're important while you're trying to take live video or selfies of yourself running sound, and the sound sounds horrible. I mean, so you got pros like Jeff and Tim and all these people who do sound and lighting, and they take pride in what they do. And people like that put a negative impact on the real professional sound people.
They really do. It's do.
Bad. And I hate that.
They do. Yeah.
And no one should ever walk up to a sound man. And if they ask me, how's it sound? They say, oh, they recognize me in the bar and they say, hey, how's it sound tonight? I'll give them my true advice on it. If there's something that's lacking or something that's great, I'll tell them it's great. But I don't go up there and say, hey, the vocals are a little weak tonight. You need to fix that. That is not my job. That's their job. And or the venue owner's job. If they want to tell them that's your job.
I'll do that.
As a customer who's watching a band play, that's the farthest thing from what I should be doing.
Yeah, you tell me, and then I go and I did do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And we do sometimes. Or you look at me and you say, do you think it sounds off? Yeah, a little bit, or something like that. But
absolutely.
Now I had a guy at Heather's the other night who's a super nice sound guy, does a great job for the band White Knuckle, or no, he was with Uncle Rico. I'm sorry. And he handed me the iPad and said, hey, can you fix the lead guy's vocals here? I'm struggling with it in this tent. And I know a little bit about Heather's sound because I obviously do something there every week. And we adjusted it a little bit. And he's like, wow, yeah, that sounds better, because it's hard for certain venues when you're not used to playing them to come in and dial it in. And it's hard for somebody to come in your place if Jeff's not there and use your house system, because it's not theirs. A lot of people say, you want to use the house system? And I'll say, no, I'm bringing my own. Well, why do you want to haul all that in here? Because I know it and I know how it sounds and I know I can make it sound good,
And let me double down on that. Thursdays, running sound on Thursdays is completely different than running sound on for like one band for like Friday or Saturday, because you have to adjust the entire night. It is not an easy task by any means. So, and it's very underrated. So like, there's only been a few people that have been able to really handle the sound on Thursday nights. Jeff and Mark are two of them.
And they've done a great job. And
Yeah.
back in the day when Mongo was there, Mongo did a great job. I mean, it's work. It's a serious amount of work to do your Thursday jam. What are you laughing at now?
I'm laughing at Chad because I don't know why he's so scared of me.
Chad Applegate or Chad Whelan?
No, Applegate's not scared of me. Chad Whelan.
Where is he? I'm afraid of Ceris. Everyone's afraid of Ceris. Go into the dark. Chad, go,
nice. Even
go
when
into
I'm
the dark.
Still so nice about it. I'm just kidding.
Scott threatens to take the iPad. I've never done that, Megan Miller. Although there was one night, never mind. I really wanted
Connie,
to.
you should really, you know what, Connie? You should train with Jeff on Thursday nights. Because I know you take classes for sound engineering. You should definitely train with him on Thursday nights, so that way when he needs a night off, you can fill in.
Yeah, and Jeff's a good teacher too, by the way.
He's a great teacher.
He makes me laugh so much because we have a running joke about we need more snare every time I come to the Bell and the Bear, and then he'll just show me. He says, "Here's the snare," and it's dropped completely out of the mix because it's somebody's up there, not your normal drummer that's just going wham and that kind of thing. So we joke about needing more snare all the time. But Jeff's a great guy, man. He's a good sound engineer.
Connie, just
Really
because
good.
they're big shoes doesn't mean you can't fill them. You will eventually. That's why you got to train. You know what? I got my realtor's license. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So you know what I was, while I was still in school, I hadn't even taken my test yet. I was going in every single week for their sales meeting and shadowing people to learn. So that way, when I did finally get my license, I was ready to go. And you should do that because I think you'd be great behind the soundboard. Great.
Tim Butterfield, that is priceless. They don't see, and that's the thing. They don't even know the difference between sound and lighting. So you can push the button on the fader on the lighting console and make them think you're doing it. And then they'll say, "Wow, that sounds much better," don't they? They have no clue. No clue.
Bring me Nutter Butter Shane and we're going to be just fine.
Armed with a pack of Nutter Butter. You could throw them to her like an animal at the zoo and she'll just be happy.
Jeff, you should train Connie.
Every mic on stage is a snare mic. It is. It picks it up. Absolutely. And Jim Graham said Jeff did a great job for us when Ladder played there. Thank you, Jim. That was very nice. Bronson says, I have a band. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, absolutely. And Banks says, Tim Butterfield says, no, the best one is when they go to the light guy versus the sound guy. Yeah, that is hilarious. And Banks, you probably had that happen too a few times. Yeah, thank you, Mario, for cashing out today. Please cash out.
Mario.
Please tip your servers, bartenders, and Ceris and Scott. Yes. So that's the topic of the day.
Which
and
a bunch of different topics.
It did. We really got on a sound tangent, and we got on, but I really like the one, especially. We could talk all day about the people who are faithful followers of a band who act like they're entitled in a venue that's not your house. Now, you want to be entitled, invite the band to play in your living room.
You know, yeah, and I mean, I've had to actually stop booking a couple of bands because one of the worst things you can do with a venue that serves alcohol and that's all they serve is to bring in your own alcohol. Like, don't do that. Like, that's literally how we pay our bills. It's shitty. It's really freaking shitty to do that. And the band and their regular followers would bring in their own booze and start drinking it. Like
I saw a venue owner, I don't know who it was the other day, posted on their Facebook page of holding a couple of little bottles or something and said, we found these in the trash. If we catch you, you will never be welcome back in our bar again.
Well, the band did it like twice. And I said, listen, you kind of represent the bar when you're up there.
Thanks, Chad.
You're disrespecting me, like, don't. And then they did it again. I was like, never again will you step foot on my stage, and make sure your followers don't come back. Like, don't. That's just so rude, man.
people don't, I mean, they're trying to do it to be cheap, but people don't even realize that there's a law against it. That when we have the fundraisers and we give away the basket of booze or whatever, you have to make sure that goes to a car. I mean, people can't even have it sitting on their table, even unopened. You don't want that to happen if the liquor control people come in, because that is just a no-no.
It's a huge no-no. People don't get, they don't care.
We're not doing bottle service, you know, it's not happening. So in the champagne room, everything happens in the champagne
Love you, Carla.
room.
Bye.
Thank you, Carla.
Picking up. What time is it?
It's 40. We're 40 minutes in. We got to cut it here shortly. But yeah, it's shitty and illegal. Bob Klein. I love Bob Klein's bluntness.
Is Bob Klein going to do next Tuesday with you?
Well, I wasn't really going to make a big splash today, but yes.
Oh, nice.
Bob Klein will be joining me next Tuesday.
Good.
So Bob, Ceris let it out of the bag that she won't be here. So now the viewership just went down to 10 people on next Tuesday. So we're going to have to promote it, Bob. That's all there is to it.
I'm sorry.
Bob's coming up with a topic too.
Good.
He is. So that's even better for next year. And hey, guess who I have on the show tomorrow? Miss Jackie.
Yay, I love her.
She's going to headline Springfest in the Berg, which I'm emceeing all weekend long. And so I won't see you this weekend, but I'll be there all 3 days. And Jackie is doing the headline on Friday night. And then we have that great group of those young ladies called Sorella there on Saturday, which I'm so looking forward to meeting these girls.
Wait, she's there Friday night?
Yeah, Jackie's there Friday. And then Saturday, Sorella, which if you don't know anything about them, they got 4th place on The Voice. They just opened a show out in LA for Meghan Trainor and Gwen Stefani. These girls are on a roll. We're going to say we knew them when. And then on Sunday night, our friends from Party Punch headline. So nice. Plus there's a host of people playing all weekend long, great musicians and fun. So I'm looking forward to that always. And even if the weather's a little rainy, guys, come on out, bring an umbrella. You can sit, the stage is super covered and we'll have a great time. Mike Coons is doing the production and always does a great job for all 3 days. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Are you going to be there? Where's Shane going to be this weekend?
I don't know. He's not on the bill. I did not see him, but you know, I don't book it. I just talk about it. And the folks that book it do a good job. I mean, they always have a good variety of music from everything from, you know, rock to country to whatever. So it's good. What do you got going this week?
We've got, so tomorrow we have Nashville artist Joe Jordan, who I actually just got a text from his manager. He just got his first Atlantic record release. So for his song, The Addict and the Angel, which is really exciting. So he's playing, it's a free show tomorrow so he's starting the show. And then it's going to be the first time Chad Applegate plays at the bar. So he's playing tomorrow as well. I'm really excited for both of them. And then Thursday we jam. And then on Friday is Caffeine. And then on Saturday is Dat Band.
Good weekend for you.
Yeah.
And thank you, Shane, for that. Yeah, it's a great lineup too for Springfest this year. So thank you. Half-Life's at the Monkey Bar Friday, he said. So that's good. And I will have that whole list for you on Thursday. For real. Let's see what else Kevin Tolles has to say here. Joe is from around here. Another amazing show. Thank you, Kevin Tolles. I appreciate you.
I think he lives in Nashville now. Doesn't he?
I think he's originally from here, though, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's originally from here, but he lives in Nashville now.
And Ed Sawicki was booked for the entire weekend to shoot Springfest. So he'll be taking pictures of not only the musicians, but the crafts and the vendors and the people like that. Yes. Great stuff. Thanks for being here. Hey, I'm going to be at the Moose tonight in Miamisburg doing trivia. And then Wednesday, unfortunately, I won't get to see Chad Applegate at your place because I'm doing my Name That Tune thing every Wednesday all the way through November.
Oh, yeah.
At Heather's on the patio. What a great time that is. It's wonderful.
I got to make that.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to make it up this weekend to Springfest.
Yeah. Let me know if you're coming up. I'll take care of you.
Well, I think I'll try to come up on Friday.
Yeah, that'd be fun. come up and see Miss Jackie blow the roof off Miamisburg's amphitheater, because it'll be fun.
Yeah, I'll have to do a caffeine. And what time does it start on Friday?
Miss Jackie's at 7, I believe.
Perfect. I'll go do that first.
And it's early. It's 7 to 9. So I think she's out at like 9 on Friday night. So
perfect. Then I can go do that and then go back to the bar and watch Caffeine, because they're awesome.
Absolutely. And Megan's going to come see Party Punch on Sunday. Bringing the kids, Megan. My little girlfriend who wrote that nice little thing about. Did you see that, Ceris? Did you see that post?
I did.
Wasn't that the sweetest thing ever?
Sweetest thing. I don't have human children, but man, yours are pretty cute.
Ed Sawicki's going to be shooting Chad and Joe, he said. Well, let's better rephrase that or Facebook won't like it, Ed. Shooting photos. Yes, for real. Tierra, thank you for being here. I haven't seen you in so long. I was at the Soft Rock a couple of weeks ago. I missed you. Yes. Wonderful. And Megan says, you bet I am. Good. I can't wait to see him again. Perfect. Hey, Ceris, thank you so much. You're a wonderful co-host.
You're a wonderful human.
You will be missed on next Tuesday, by the way.
I will. It's a bit of a day for me, so.
Yes. Well, we will be here. Bob Klein going to fill in for you.
I love it.
And that is good. I'm glad Bob's bringing the topic to the table. So I don't know what it is yet, but we'll be there. And yes, Shane says my fur children are preferred over my real ones. Taco and Belle, his 2 doggies.
I love that.
They're so cute. So cute. For real. Carla says kisses for Daisy. Always. I don't know where my Bo went. Bobo, where are you? Oh, come say bye. Here he comes. Here he is. Come on up here. You say bye to everybody. Come on. Come up here. Come on.
Hi, Bo.
Come on, Bo. Look at this one little white paw. He's all black. Got this one little white paw.
So sweet.
There's the Bobo. His name is Bodie.
We're like, all right, guys, that's it.
Yeah, he's done with it. He's like, feed me and go do trivia.
Yeah.
So thank you, Ceris. Love you so much.
Love ya.
We'll see y'all next time right here. Oh, I'm on the wrong audio. Hang on. Let's hit Kathy Laverde up for a minute. There she is. Kathy.
This is Kathy Laverde from the Bell and the Bear Jam. And when I look for local music, I tune in to All Around Town Radio.
Isn't she sweet?
Love her.
She is. We out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Roger says 1 sock. Yeah, Bo's got 1 sock, a little white feet, white footy. Yes.
Working for the weekend, then I want to see a show. I flip on the book of face.
The book of face.